So you've been selected for verification. You may have realized it when you reviewed your student aid report, or maybe it wasn't until you received a letter or email from your college. Don't panic. Lots of FAFSA filers are selected for verification. In this video, we'll talk about what verification is and what you need to do. Being selected for verification simply means that your colleges are required to verify some of the information on your FAFSA. The federal government determines who is selected for verification. But each individual college is responsible for collecting the information and completing the verification process. The most common things that need to be verified are information about the people in your household and your household income. Most colleges won't process any of your financial aid until this process is complete, so you'll want to get it done right away. So let's start by talking about household verification. Who's considered to be part of your household when it comes to the FAFSA? It's not always who you think. So let's start with you. You will always be listed as part of your household, even if you don't live with your parents. Next, let's talk about your parents. The FAFSA asks for information about your biological or legally adoptive parents. So if your parents live in the same household, you'll answer questions about that household. However, if your biological or adoptive parents do not live in the same household, you'll answer questions about the household of the parent that you lived with most during the last year. If that parent is currently married, you would also include information about your step-parent. What about the other people besides you and your parents? Be sure to include your biological, adoptive, and step-siblings who receive more than half of their financial support from your parents, even if they don't live with your parents. Also include any of your siblings that are in college and need to provide your parents information on their FAFSAs. Also, include anyone who's living in the household that receives more than half of their support from your parents and will continue to do so for the entire award year, such as a grandparent or a disabled family member. You can contact your college's financial aid office for guidance on how to answer this question. Now that you've figured out who's in your household, you can list the household members, names, ages, and relationship to you on your verification form. Next, we'll talk about income verification. This is the process where the college gathers more information about income earned in your household, including income reported to the IRS on your federal tax return and certain other types of income that are untaxed and not on your tax return. The simplest way to get a big chunk of your income verification completed is to use the IRS data retrieval tool inside the FAFSA. If you haven't done so already, you can go back and do it now. If you're having trouble using the IRS data retrieval tool, you'll need to get all of the information to the colleges yourself. Items that a college might ask for include a tax return transcript, copies of W-2s, and statements that document untaxed income. To get a tax return transcript, you can visit the irs.gov website and click on Get My Tax Record, or call the IRS at 1-800-908-9946. If the college asks for W-2s, check your tax records. Often people attach their W-2s to their tax forms. If you don't have copies or can't find them, contact your employer to get a copy. An alternative to requesting a copy from your employer is to request a wage statement from irs.gov. If your parents didn't file a tax return, he or she will be asked to document that they didn't file a tax return. This is done by getting a verification of non-filing letter. You can get a verification of non-filing letter free of charge from the IRS. To receive this letter, you can print a form 4506T from the irs.gov website. You can then either mail or fax it to the address or fax number on the form. You should receive your verification of non-filing letter within 10 business days. If at any point you have trouble getting the documentation the college is asking for, contact the financial aid office to discuss your options. With all forms, never send originals, make copies to send to schools, and keep the originals in a safe place. And before you send your documents, double check to make sure that you're sending them everything they requested and that the documents are signed where needed. The financial aid office may have additional questions after they receive your documents, so make sure to check your mail and email frequently. Once the financial aid office receives all of your documents, they'll review your FAFSA and notify you if they've made any corrections to your FAFSA form. At a lot of colleges, you'll need to complete the verification process before they'll award you financial aid. At some colleges, they may send you an estimated award letter ahead of time, but know that that is subject to change if something changes during the verification process. So either way, completing the verification process is the key to unlocking financial aid at your colleges. So make sure to return any documents requested as soon as you possibly can. If you have any questions, make sure to contact the financial aid office at your colleges for more information. If you need any additional help while going through this process, feel free to reach out to FAME for assistance. You can visit our website at famemaine.com. Call us at 1-800-228-3734, follow us on Facebook or Twitter, or email us at education@famemaine.com.